Welcome here to the Jerusalem Wine Shop. I'm Dan Verrett. I run the shop. What I'm holding in my hand is a local wine. It's from Shiloh. It's north of Jerusalem. It's where the Ark of the Covenant sat before the temple was finished. So their grapes, they feel, are blessed because that's where the Ark sat and that's where they grow their grapes today. They know that that's where the Ark sat, so they think they have special grapes. I'm standing here next to one of my favorite wineries. It's Psagot. It's about 18 minutes from where I'm standing in the center of the old city. Their winery is on the northern outskirts of Jerusalem, and they grow their grapes all the way up to the border of Jerusalem. All of their wines are excellent, and they store everything in a 2,400-year-old cave that was used for storing wine 2,400 years ago, the time of the temple, and they know that wine was sent from there to the temple. Here's one of my favorite wines. It's a small boutique winery. It's owned by the Livni family, relatives of the politician, but not close relatives. Where they make their wine, which is between Hebron and Jerusalem, I call it the middle of nowhere winery, they found pottery shards in a huge pile, and they realized that there was a winery here at the time that winery was put in amphores in the pottery. And they found the seal of King Ezekiel, I don't know how to say it, I call him Hezi. They found his royal stamp on the jugs. They excavated a while back and they found half of a stone. It was a plaque that was put up in a storage room that said Royal/Temple wine. If found in possession, you'll lose your appendages. And they found like 2/3 of the sign. And that was to say to people that it may not be guarded, but if you take it away and you're found in possession of this wine that was sealed specifically for the temple and the Kohanim, then you were in a lot of trouble. And it was biblical punishments, not these modern day 6 months community service. There's many wines around Jerusalem, and what many people don't realize is that not a single biblical story came from the sand dunes that became Tel Aviv. The spiny ridge that runs from near Arad all the way to almost Afula, this is where all the stories are from. Whether you're Christian or Jewish or even Muslim, the roots of humanity in this area comes from the mountains. And one of the main reasons, incredible growing regions for grapes, both table grapes and wine grapes. This was a wine exporting region way before it exported anything else. It exported olive oil and wine before it exported anything else. Known throughout the old world, Italy, Greece, Egypt, up into Turkey, into Russia, they all wanted the local wines. Because we're the land of milk and honey, and how our wine was better than everyone else's, none of the wines could transport in ancient times. So an Israelite, he thought of sending local herbs in a bag attached to the neck of the bottle and a small container of honey attached to the bottle. So when it got to Egypt or Greece or southern Russia or northern Turkey or Armenia, they would pull the cork, go, ew, that's not good, and they would add honey and the herbs, and then it would be palatable. Also, they tended to add water and water it down because it would be about 20–23%. It was kind of a cure. In biblical times, they would plant herbs along the borders of the grapes to give the bees what to be attracted to, because grapes are not the most attractive plant to bees. So they would put a hedge of mixed herbs and all the bees would come. They get covered in the pollen of the herbs and they attempt to fly, but they're greedy. They're overburdened with the pollen. So they would fall by gravity onto the grapes and they would scrape their buttocks on the grapes, and then they'd have enough enough would come off that they could fly back to the hive. So this is how, in biblical times, they figured out how to pollinate the grapes and to get some different flavors into the grapes. Now, also roses have been used throughout history for that reason, and the rose bushes succumb to 2 or 3 different diseases before the grapes. So if you have a row of rose bushes and you notice some sickness, then you can treat the grapes or trim them back or whatever is the necessary treatment. So these are all ancient things that we bring forward to the modern day. And what can I say? L'chaim, enjoy. Do you like it?